Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. A lot going on out there today. We'll get you started with the biggest story making headlines this morning, and that's this. Little hail wasn't going to cause any damage, right? But there was a lot of reports here that came in from across parts of the Mississippi Valley and into the mid-Atlantic. So here's where we are right now. In Griffithville, there's some concerns with high water. Some high water along low-level areas of Route 3 there. Also in Fairview, hail the size, just less than a tenth of an inch, nickel-size hail out there. That wouldn't do a ton of damage, but maybe some of your sensitive plants could get disrupted, especially as things are starting to get growing here as the growing season gets underway. In Sarcy, hail size up to an inch. That might cause some small issues. You have to check your roof after something like that, but most of the hail was mainly small, which is good. Now, as we take a look at the whole pattern, here is what's going on in the east. See this general troughiness that's sort of digging in. Not that it's cool by any means, but it's also just providing a little bit of energy, a little pop of energy there to get us a couple showers and maybe a few thunderstorms going today. Right now, the radar is not showing much, but that's going to change, of course, when some daytime heating gets underway. Right now, east of Little Rock, we get a couple of showers. Memphis, we have a few showers out there this morning. Nothing that's really going to disrupt the commute too much. It's not widespread, I think, enough across the area. And the same thing here across the mid-Atlantic. But there'll be more into this area today just because of that pattern that we're in the east. As the thunderstorm threat moves east, we're going to watch parts of the Central Plains get into the act tomorrow. Today it's over here, western Nebraska, South Dakota. Tomorrow it's over here. We've got Sioux Falls, Lincoln, Omaha, St. Joseph, Kansas City. So now we're moving this threat east, bringing in more people to deal with that threat for thunderstorms. Into your Wednesday, it doesn't move that far, but it does now include Chicago and Evansville and Paducah and Memphis, all in the red zone for possible severe weather. Damaging winds and hail going to be the main threat with this week. So here's the system, the same one I was just showing you on the water vapor. We put it on a graphic so you can see where that is as we get into the middle of the week. We're going to see the surface low continue to track east. Lots of moisture coming back up. Lots of heat, too. Temperatures really go up this week. Classic spring pattern with the moisture, the heat together. Now, we're going to be watching for dew points getting up into the 60s. And with this outbreak, as we watch the setup of the winds and we watch the setup of the fronts lining up. It's much more of a damaging wind and a hail threat than anything else this week. So at least we're not looking at a widespread tornado threat. But of course, with thunderstorms, you can never completely rule that out here this time of year. Wednesday's forecast brings the red zone against St. Louis, and then we watch that thunderstorm risk move east as the whole system moves east into your Thursday, bringing in places like Pittsburgh and Buffalo and even into D.C. By the end of Thursday, thunderstorms will be tracking in for you. Today, no mirages. We're talking about thunderstorms. We look at the month of May. We've kicked things off. We started off busy with some thunderstorms, to kick off the month last week. Certainly the first 2 days were pretty busy with those thunderstorm reports, and that's what we're looking at right here. But when you look at May, a busy severe weather month, and we average 120 reports a day, we have not had that much severe weather. Below average last Thursday, Saturday, yesterday, only 33 reports, just a few minor strong gusty winds, really. And so when we look at where we would see those reports this time of year. In early May, you think of the traditional southern plains, Oklahoma, northern Texas, Arkansas. That's just based on history where we normally would see thunderstorms this time of year. Now, as we look at the forecast, that's not going to be that area. It's going to be a bit farther north that we will see thunderstorms this week. And I have to say, when it comes to the severe threat, it's not a huge threat this week. There will be some storms with hail or damaging winds, but we're not looking at a mega outbreak. And I'm not sure we'll be, above average for really too many of the days. So here's a look at where. We start off with your forecast early in the week as our upper level energy comes in. The surface low continues to develop. The winds come up from the south. We got air with a lot of moisture in it. Dew points are going up into the 60s all the way north into Nebraska even. And so we've got that moisture in place. We've got our front. We've got all the players kind of lined up. It's just that we don't have a ton of upper level energy enforcing and jet stream winds to come in and really make this a huge severe event. But there will be thunderstorms. It's May, and there will be severe weather. It's May, so be ready for that as this whole front tracks east. By the end of the week, it's already getting into the Ohio Valley and then getting into the Northeast to wrap up the week. So this is our weather maker for the week ahead. We watch it across the country, move along with it from Montana and North Dakota and South Dakota today. Then tomorrow, we see thunderstorms coming back into Minnesota. We're going to see that back across parts of Iowa, maybe even down into Kansas City. But it doesn't get too much farther than this. So by Wednesday, we bring it down into western Kentucky, St. Louis the chance for thunderstorms. Chicago, although you're out of the red zone, you do have thunderstorms in your forecast by Wednesday, and all of Wisconsin and even Michigan by Wednesday night. We see the thunderstorms come on through, but it just swings through and then pushes east. And Thursday, we track the whole system into western Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh thunderstorms come your way by Thursday. So timing it out in some cities, Chicago, thunderstorms for us on Wednesday and Wednesday evening. And then out of here, you'll probably get a decent night's sleep in Chicago because they are expected to move through before the evening is over. Buffalo, it's rain showers that comes in Wednesday night. Maybe this will be good sleeping weather for you. Showers do continue into Buffalo into your Thursday.